What is up, everybody? Thank you for joining me. This is Fluent here. Wanted to make this quick video, and I know it's going to be a poor quality video, but you might find some use for it. So I wanted to do this, and beware, there might be spoilers here looking at my party and who's in the party, so if you don't win any Sword Coast Legends spoilers, just turn the video off. Alright, so this is for people who think the game may be a bit too casual, or you know, they dumbed it down or that sort of thing. So I just want to check out this newest character I got here. His name is Javen. He's like my 8th party member already. And let me turn the volume down here a bit. One problem I have is that it's only 4 character slots, and I have like 8 cool party members that I want to use. So it's kind of a bummer there, but still, you get 4 characters you can travel with. So because he's new, and upon level up sometimes you get stat points, so he's got 4 points to spend. We can upgrade his traditional Dungeons and Dragons stats, but I want to check out the abilities. Man, this is where the game is definitely not casual. So these are the skill trees. So what they did is, he's a paladin, that's his class. If we look at him, I believe he's a human paladin. I actually don't know what race he is. I guess he's a human. I don't know where you can get that information, but in the paladin class, there's these subclasses or these archetypes. So you have, but look how many there are. You have Crusader, Avenger, Life, War, Great Weapon Fighting, Protection, Martial, Skills and Proficiencies. So they take the archetypes of the paladin and they let you mix and match from these different archetypes to create the paladin or the character that you want. So everybody has this. The cleric, you know, there's Righteous Champion, Priestess of Sehanin, because she's a moon elf. She has the light skill tree, she has the life. Some of these overlap, but that's the thing. Like, you create a party synergy. So because she's my cleric and she has like healing word 4, which restores health, you know, I've kind of made her into a healer. She can even throw good berries to heal people. So since I've done that, like with the paladin, I would probably focus him more on support skills. And it's free, you know, I'm level like 9 now. So I've been building these characters for 9 levels. And you can build them exactly how you want. So I didn't have to make her a healer. I could have focused more on you know, some of these skills. She could have been entangling and making people invisible and that sort of thing. I could even have focused her on protection, to be a protective cleric with a shield. I could have made her martial, which is basically combat attacks, a grizzled veteran or squire in training. So these are in the use of arms, armor, and melee combat. So I could have done that with her, even though, and her stats would have, like, I've been upgrading her stats for a while now. And I want to make sure this video is actually recording, but I've been upgrading her stats, so I could have been focusing on her strength more and her constitution. I've been giving her wisdom, a little bit of dexterity because she uses a bow. But that's another thing, you can use a bow, or she can use her cantrips, which are her magical divine attacks, and that's what I have her using. It's a ranged attack. So basically the point is, you can build these characters exactly how you want. And he's got 12 points because he just joined, so I can make this paladin any which way I want to. You know, call down a divine power to augment a single strike, dealing 9 to 32 radiant damage to the target. The radiant energy erupts and seeks out allies within 15 yards, healing them for 19 to 26 points. So that's pretty awesome. He's already got Judgment 1. This will cost 1 point to learn. And you can see it will lead to the next one, which is probably, yeah, it's Judgment 3. So I like that because it heals people within 15 yards. So when he's fighting And the AI is really good in the game too, so he'll actually be using his skills wisely. So if he sees that the party's dying a bit, he'll use this. And what's stopping me from actually getting it right now, and here's Lay on Hands, like he can restore 18 to 24 hit points with this, but since I have a cleric and she's so healed out, like I want to kind of build him in a different way. So let's see if I can find something. Here's something I wanted to look into. He has Sign of Vulnerability, which calls down Divine Power to brand a target. Must make a saving throw of 13 for Wisdom. On a failed save, the target becomes vulnerable to radiant damage. So that's pretty cool, because he deals radiant damage. This one's even better. Calls down the same Divine Wrath, makes the same saving throw, or be weakened and take 4 to 15 radiant. The weakened effect lasts for 20 seconds, causing the target to deal half damage with physical attacks. If they succeed on this save, it only takes half damage. So that's pretty cool. Heroism, this one's really cool. Grants 1 extra attack each round. I'm gonna go ahead and get that so he's attacking twice. So now I'm down to 10 points. Bathe the caster in radius, granting a +1 bonus to radiant damage and causing attackers to take 1 to 2 radiant damage when they hit. See, this is all about radiant damage, so I'm gonna go ahead and spend the points here. +2 bonus to radiant, so that's pretty sweet. So I'm focusing him on the Avenger rather than the healing. He can still do some healing because he came with the Lay on Hands, he came with Judgment. I think I got him. He came with Judgment 1, so he can still do some of that. +1 bonus to all saving throws. But I want to focus him a bit on the Avenger path, and let's keep looking. There's Life. He can cleanse negative status effects. He can bless the party like a cleric. He can actually replace the cleric. Not that I would though, because I like keeping her around. He can bring a creature back to life with Revivify, which my cleric doesn't have. And here's War, which he's pretty good at. Reads the caster in Divine Power, an aura with a 6-yard radius, awaken courage in friendly creatures. For the next 40 seconds, the aura moves with and is centered on the caster. Each non-hostile creature deals an extra 3 to 6 radiant damage when it hits. So he's all about the radiance. And Radiant Pulse channels Divine Power onto a target point in range. Radiant energy explodes from that point, striking all targets within 5 yards. Each target struck must make a saving throw. Creature that fails will take 15 to 51, or half. So that's pretty cool. Let's get that for 2 points. Let's turn that up a notch. So this is just a higher version of that, and he's got 2 points remaining. So there's Great Weapon Fighting too, which he's using a Great Sword that also deals radiant damage. So he's all about the radiant damage. There's necrotic damage, there's fire, lightning, ice. So he's a great sword user. And this is just your basic skills and proficiencies. Over here you have search 4 levels, lockpicking 4 levels. He really has no need to do that. He can use all the armor, all the weapons in the game, because he is a paladin. He's not going to use a shield because he's great weapon fighting, so he can charge, dash forward and strike a foe before they can react, dealing 9 to 23 slashing. He can cleave, which when you kill something deals an additional attack within a 180-degree cone, 3.5 yards long for 9 to 23. But I think I'm actually going to get him a martial skill, a Victorious Surge, because this restores 9 to 13 hit points to him when he uses it, and this is a good ability. Now 20 to 27. So if he's low on health, rather than using lay on hands, I mean, I guess he can lay his hands on himself, I don't know. But this way he can heal himself in a pinch too. 6-yard radius. They have to be close to him. I'll go ahead and get him victorious surge. So he's done now, 0 points. But when he levels up, he'll get 3 more, and possibly some more these points, which I think I'm gonna go. Man, I'm not sure about Paladin. Paladins use charisma to determine the potency of their spells, but we're gonna have to boost his charisma pretty good. And let's put all 4 points in charisma. Shoot, apply that. So I just wanted to show, like, this game is extremely deep. There's 2 ring slots, amulet, cloak, belt, boots, armor, weapons. There's 2 sets. So if I use my main character here, he's using a bow right now, but his main set is dual wielding. He's got a special blade that I forged at a blacksmith with special pieces that I found. It's unique because it's orange. There's color coded loot, so the really good stuff is like different. It's like purple, and the very unique stuff is orange and stuff like that. I don't know. I think purple's the highest value. And there's a lot of interesting things. So here's the Shield of Sloth, plus armor class 3, plus 4 armor class. That's like amazing. But minus 50% action speed, move speed, and you get a lot of resistance. So what you would do is put that on your tank, which would be Jarhild. She's using a 2-handed halberd, but if I had a 1-handed for her, put that on her, and she would be just invulnerable in the front line. So there's so many ways to build your character. You know, I picked a dexterity build, and I use weapons that roll my dexterity instead of strength. So I'm using like short sword and a scimitar, but actually a bow mostly. This is another unique bow I just made. It does a bunch of crazy stuff. It can paralyze, +2 to hit and damage, so it's really nice. So yeah, there's just a lot of stuff to the game. The cooldowns are not a big deal. It's not like an MMO where you're constantly, you know, setting up macros and clicking through all these. Like, you might use this once, you might use these skills once per battle, and some skills like Arrow of Slaying, like that might not even be ready for the next battle. So it's not like you're just clicking frenziedly through, you know, frenzied. Well, frenziedly is a word, but it's not like you're just clicking through these. They all serve a purpose. And yeah, it's a really cool game, man. I enjoyed it a lot, but it's definitely, it's like a streamlined game, but it's certainly not like super casual either. It's definitely a good RPG. Just got my new party member, so we're gonna get the heck out of here somewhere. If I can. Up here it looks like. And yeah, definitely, unfortunately they pulled it from Steam, which means you can't purchase this game anymore. You can get keys for it from key seller sites. I don't know, I wouldn't advise much of that, but if there, maybe there's a legit site out there selling a key, I don't know. But yeah, she looks very blue in this picture, but the armor changes too, and it changes their look. So if I like unequip that, it should look different, and you'd see it in the game in here. And I have a search radius, that's why there's a blue circle around me. You can find hidden little things by searching. I maxed out the search of my ranger, my main character, my drow ranger. And also, to replace a rogue, I've been working on lockpicking too. So I kind of don't use a rogue. But the problem is there's so many cool characters. There's a rogue, there's a drow wizard, there's a human wizard, there's a dwarf, the dwarf rogue, so many, and then there's a I think she's a halfling ranger. There's so many cool characters I want to take, but I'm just gonna take the new guy here. He's pretty important to the story. And yeah, if you're still watching this and enjoyed it, give it a thumbs up or whatever, it doesn't matter. But I just wanted to share this because I think the game is awesome. I'm 25 hours in, just kind of scratching the surface. You know, we can check the world traveler here, Adventureful. So here's the map. I'm headed to the Evermoors, also known as the Troll Moors. A lot of stuff deals in the city of Luskan, and these are all points of interest that you can go to. All these on the left too. There's like the slums up here I was in. There's a secret cultist lair. The market district, which has all sorts of shops. You go to Faerun. There's lots of side quests, and the side quests show up. These markers show you where the side quests are. So if I come here, it's like there's 3 quests that deal with the market district. It's pretty cool, and you can see them, you know, and that sort of thing. So the Infernal Stone, I forgot to check that out, but anyway, Long Saddle. So yeah, it's a great game, man. If you can get a copy, I suggest going for it. If you already have a copy and haven't played it yet, then if you like RPGs, definitely play it, because it's really good and I'm really enjoying it. The combat is fast and fun, and yeah, I just wanted to show the character building a bit though, and see how in depth you can get, and you build each character to complement the next one. So that's kind of been my strategy. It's working pretty well. Hard difficulty is actually pretty hard. I had to bump it down at the beginning, but I might bump it back up because it seems to be getting a bit easy, although characters can die. I have died a few times now, several times I should say. So it's well balanced, and it's just well balanced overall. The cooldowns are well balanced and stuff like that, so your characters will use those skills as they should. So I hope you got something from this video. If not, just press the dislike button. Hate me forever. No, don't do that. But yeah, spread love and joy. So I hope you enjoyed it. I'll see you next time. Take care, everybody. Stay cool. FLUENT.